Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today's project is this one. We are in Springwatch and we're on project number 2. And so I thought I'd go spring with some tulips. I love tulips. I love them in every colour you can get. I grow them in my garden. Don't ask me how I managed. I do not have green fingers. But I do have them in my garden and I love them. I just think they're beautiful. So I wanted to show you this set. And it's a stamp and punch bundle. I'm a real punch fan. I love them. I love the ease of them. I love that I don't have to think too hard or line things up too much. It's done. So we're going to make the bag. This one's made with Blushing Bride. I decided I was going to do a So Saffron one today. So you need a piece of cardstock that's 8 by 11 inches, 20 by 28 centimetres. On the long side, score it at 3 1/4, 5 1/4, 8 1/2 and 10 1/2 inches, which in metric is 8, 13, 21, 26. Oh, you also need to mark it. We'll score it down here at the 4 1/4 inch mark to around 5 inches. So you're scoring down, not fully, at 4 1/4, which is 10 1/2, to the, to about 12 1/2 centimetres. And you're going to do it at 9 1/2, which is 23 1/2 centimetres. So if I tip that in the light, it doesn't go down fully. And then you need to have that facing to the right and score it on the short side at 2 inches, 5 centimetres. Okay, you can see that. So this hasn't joined up to there because I'm going to put diagonal, triangular, well, I'm going to make triangles, what I'm going to do, with my ruler that's underneath everything. So, did I say what colour this was? So Saffron? I think so. Tulips come in a billion different colours. I have very dark red ones in my garden. Obviously they're not out yet. But I fancied going subtles on today's project, which is why I've got these colours out, and I'll bring them all out in a second. I'm going to score the bag. I'm not going to put it together yet because I want to stamp the front panel and get it on before I finish closing the box up, but I will do all my trimming now. And the finished dimensions of the bag, it's 2 inches front to back, 3 1/4 wide and 6 inches tall, which in metric is 5 centimetres, 8 by 15. So 2, 3 1/4, 6 inches. It's a good size. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit off the top, just there, take away the rectangle, get a different pair of scissors and move on. And I'm just going to take a wedge out of these squares as well. So cut straight down the rectangle, wedge into the squares. Just gives you a nice and neat close. Okay, so I'm going to put adhesive on there and on the inside of this one, but like I say, I'm not actually going to close it up at this point because my white stamped panel is quite close on size. There we go, that's ready. So my stamped panel is going to go onto this part here because that will come round and create the back. So this measures 3 by 5 3/4 inches, 7 1/2 by 14 1/2 centimetres. And a lot of it is stamped directly onto the piece of cardstock. So you've got these 3 tulip shapes and then you've got leaves. Now the biggest one lines up to there, and that is the leaf that lines up to there as well. Now there's going to be people doing amazing punch art out of this. If you turn it upside down, it's like one of those ghosts from Pac-Man. Or it could be an octopus. Yeah, that could be an octopus. All sorts going on. So this is where I'm going to stamp all over everything, and I've got my 4 ink colours out. So I've got Blushing Bride, So Saffron, Pear Pizzazz and Barley Blue. And I think I'm going to go So Saffron first. love that it's photopolymer. Okay, I also have my stamping scrub off to one side. So this is, you've got a wet and a dry side, and you have stamping mist. Spritz it across here and you clean and then you dry. So this is going to be off to one side because I want to use my stamps a couple of times with a couple of different colours. So I'm going to have that about there-ish. And then I'm going to have a blue one, balmy blue, about there. Okay, so that's all nice and clean. Oh, stick that there. And I'm going to take a bud shape. I'm going to put that one there-ish. And I'm going to have another yellow one, I think. About down there. That's so technical. About down there-ish. It's all good. Okay, and I'm going to get my stem. Because it's photopolymer and it's quite long, turn it and put it on your grid paper and allow it to relax. Otherwise you could make it wibbly and bend it in the wrong way. So I hope I got these lined up correctly. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my big one there. I'm going to do that the other way around. And I probably should mask that. Oh, that didn't work. Here we go, thinner piece of paper. Because I just want it to sit above that. Above the pink one. There we go. So it looks like it's going off behind it. See, clever. Okay, clean that up while I'm here because, you know, don't put it down, put it away. Clean it up, put it away. And I'm going to take the big one, a slightly bigger block, and some of my Blushing Bride. Pinch it out like this. And then I've got this leaf, which I'm going to use the Pepper Pizzazz again. And double check which way up your punch is, because it punches one way. Get the right way round. There we go. So the narrow bit goes at the top. Pear Pizzazz is such an underrated colour, don't you think? Oh, dropped it on my leg. So what I can do now is put it all together. So I need my dimensionals. Seriously, that now looks nothing, it looks just like an octopus. One behind the leaf. And I'm just going to take it there, and then I'm going to put snail across the back of this. Put it on the front of my box that I'm now going to assemble. So That's all on there. Nearly put my hand in that then. So fold the back in, fold 2 sides, peel off your tear and tape. Bring it round to close, and now when you push in the sides that we pre-scored, it's going to go in absolutely perfectly. It's not going to go any further than that on either side because we put that resistance in. And I'm going to grab a couple of pegs. And then I love this new Flopsy Dopsy crinkled ribbon. This one I think is part of the Peaceful Poppies collection, but yeah, I don't really care where it's from. It's gorgeous. I love it. And it's forgiving. Ugh, so forgiving. I've just got that jammed in my scissors. Oops. Yeah, it's very forgiving with bow challenged people like me. And you could be a bit forceful with it as well. Oh, I don't know what I got hold of, but it wasn't the end of the ribbon. Oh, for goodness sake. There we go. So that, I think, is rather lovely. Let me trim the end off there. And I think that's really nice. Nice springtime bag. That's a much flopsier bow, isn't it? That one. I don't know which one I prefer. I think they're both great. But you could make a card to match those. And you could have the card and the gift bag. Oh, it's amazing the things that come to me when I'm actually filming. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon. See you tomorrow. Another video. Bye.